Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
Blue Jays fans, what if I told you that the rotation you've been counting on might look completely different by opening day? Because right now, Jose Berrios isn't just another name in trade rumors. He's become the centerpiece of legitimate front office conversations that could fundamentally alter Toronto's entire pitching staff. Multiple organizations are already doing the math on his contract, and what seemed impossible just months ago is now gaining serious momentum. This is Blue Jays Nation News, and what you're about to hear cuts through all the speculation to show you exactly why this trade scenario has real legs, and why the front office might actually be ready to make this move. Make sure you like this video, drop your reaction in the comments, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell, because this could be the defining transaction of Toronto's entire offseason. Let's get one thing straight from the start. This isn't about Jose Berrios suddenly becoming worthless or the organization turning its back on a guy who's been reliable. This is about cold, hard baseball economics meeting roster construction reality. Berrios has 3 years and $67 million remaining on his deal. That's real money, the kind that forces difficult conversations in every front office across baseball. But here's what changes everything. That same contract that looks heavy to Toronto becomes interesting to other teams once you factor in salary retention. And that's not the Blue Jays waving a white flag. That's smart asset management in a league where financial flexibility often matters more than raw talent. Think about what Berrios actually brings to any rotation. We're not talking about a guy chasing strikeouts or dominating headlines. We're talking about someone who takes the ball every fifth day without fail, eats innings that save bullpens from burnout, and provides the kind of stability that keeps a pitching staff from falling apart mid-season. That reliability doesn't generate viral moments, but general managers understand its value better than anyone. It's the difference between a rotation that collapses in June and one that holds together through September. And when you're a team desperate for exactly that kind of consistency, suddenly $67 million with some money coming back doesn't look so bad. The Los Angeles Angels make too much sense to ignore here. Look at their rotation heading into next season. Yusei Kikuchi and Patrick Sandoval give them something to work with, but after that, it's a minefield of injury concerns and unproven arms. This is a franchise that's never been shy about spending, especially when they see a clear need. Berrios would slot right into that number 3 spot, giving them a proven arm who can handle a full season's workload. For a team that's been spinning its wheels trying to build around their stars, adding a former All-Star at a reduced cost through retention makes perfect strategic sense. It's not a Hail Mary, it's a calculated upgrade. Now shift your attention west to San Francisco. The Giants have Logan Webb anchoring things and Robbie Ray when he's healthy, but their depth chart gets shaky fast after those two. They need someone who can consistently give them quality innings in that third starter role. And Oracle Park changes the entire equation. That ballpark is one of the toughest places in baseball to hit home runs, which matters enormously for a pitcher who struggled with giving up long balls. Berrios pitching half his games in that environment could look completely different than Berrios grinding through summers in the Rogers Center. And with Buster Posey now making baseball decisions, they're looking for smart value plays rather than breaking the bank in free agency. This fits that approach perfectly. Then there's the New York Mets, and honestly, their interest needs no explanation. They need starting pitching, period. Not depth arms or projects. They need proven guys who can handle meaningful innings in a competitive division. Berrios gives them exactly that. A pitcher who's going to throw 170-plus innings with an ERA around 4 might not sound sexy, but those arms are increasingly rare in today's game. And for a team with the Mets' resources and their win-now window, taking on most of that contract isn't a burden. It's the cost of doing business when you're trying to contend immediately. Let's be realistic about what Toronto is weighing here. Best case scenario, they find a trade partner willing to take on the majority of the contract in exchange for useful pieces that help the organization moving forward. That clears future payroll space and potentially brings back assets that fit better with their competitive timeline. Worst case, The market doesn't value Berrios as highly as they'd hoped, and they hold on to him for another year while reassessing. From the front office perspective, this is pure roster construction calculus. They're balancing costs against production, evaluating the competitive window, and deciding whether financial flexibility now helps them more than rotation stability today. Before we wrap this up, hit that like button if you think Toronto should seriously explore moving Berrios, or drop a comment telling me why you believe he's untouchable. Because that's the real debate happening right now inside the organization and across Blue Jays Nation. Here's the bottom line that every fan needs to understand. This potential trade has nothing to do with giving up on Jose Berrios or disrespecting what he's done in a Toronto uniform. This is about hard decisions that competitive baseball teams have to make when contracts, windows, and roster needs don't perfectly align. Toronto's front office has to decide whether they value the known commodity of a reliable veteran starter or whether converting that contract into flexibility serves their championship aspirations better. The market is real, the interest is legitimate, and the decision will define how this rotation looks for years to come. So what's your call, Blue Jays Nation? If the right deal materializes with salary retention and useful return pieces, do you make this move? Or do you keep Berrios as your rotation's foundation and build around him? Get in the comments and let me know where you stand. Like this video if you want more Blue Jays content. Subscribe so you catch every update as this offseason unfolds. And turn on those notifications because things are about to get very interesting and the decisions made right now will shape everything about Toronto's 2025 season and beyond.